Today, I'm going to unbox War Chest Nobility. This is an expansion to War Chest, which I covered recently, or unboxed and talked a little bit about abstract games. This is an abstract war game, and I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. This is designed by Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson. I've covered a lot of games from David Thompson, so there's a whole playlist under the designers if you want to check that out as well. So this is War Chest Nobility. This is the first expansion. Spoiler alert, or teaser maybe I should say. There are other expansions, at least one more. And basically what this does, this adds more stuff, basically. It's kind of one of those expansions that is going to add more units. War Chest is a game that has varied units, and it is a 2 or 4, not a 2-4 game. It's either you play posed with 2 players or 4 players as teams, 2 on each side. And the units that you use are going to be somewhat asymmetrical because the units that you have on your side will be different than the units on the other side, and they have special powers. So what this is going to bring into play is, or I should say, it's not necessarily special powers, but special abilities or tactics. That's unique to that type of unit. Like a mountain unit might be able to move then attack, and an archer unit might be able to, have a ranged attack. So, tactics and abilities that are commensurate with the type of that what you would expect for that kind of unit. This is going to add new units. It might add some new rules, but I think it's mainly more varied units, and I think there might be some corrections to some of the units that came in the original War Chest. So let's look at the back of the box, and these boxes are nice. There's like a little magnetic flap on here. However, I think if you just have this expansion and War Chest, I think everything that's in here can go in this box, and you don't need this box. I'm not certain about the third expansion yet. I think you might be able to put everything in this box without having any of these expansion boxes, but we'll find that out when we get there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, and if you followed a lot of my videos, especially my expansion type videos, I like to try to put everything back into the one box to save shelf space, which is a commodity, a rare commodity, and becoming even rarer these days. So this is the back of the box. It says the Nobility Expansion, the chivalric, man, I need my coffee. I need to do coffee with Kilroy this morning. System was a huge part of medieval warfare, and now it's the time for you to prove your credentials with nobility. Various offices of the state were handed out to the highborn of the land, from bannermen that surrounded the kings and queens to earls and heralds, enacting their liege's will across the realm. Bishoprics, man, I am having a day today, have had much land and influence associated with them and were sought after position for nobles. Can you add these 4 influential figures to your force to once again triumph in this masterful game of tactical warfare? So you're mainly getting some new units to deal with. There's also these royal decree cards. That's kind of a new rule or a new mechanism in this game. They're not, overpowered in any respect, but they do add some more options of how you can, modify the game and add some more decisions to the game as well. So let's get in here and see what we get in this box. And apologize for my pronunciation today. Kind of getting over a little bit of a cold or something, and no coffee yet this morning. I should have done a coffee with Kilroy first. So as you can see here, really nice box. So it's kind of sad that that I'll probably save shelf space, easy for you to say, by not using these, but these are really nice boxes. So they have a little magnetic lip there. You've got a little bit of a background flavor. Again, the setup for this game is that that the war chest was given to. It was like an old general of the king, and he gave that war chest to the king's son, or so that they could learn the aspects of warfare. So this is adding to that chest that you're playing. So it's basically like, you know, it's like the game of chess for these nobles or what have you. So it's kind of, you know, not much of a background, but it's, you know, they stick to it and try to keep up with it. Here is the rules for War Chest Nobility Expansion, which are only 4 pages, but it really is just mainly talking about this Royal Decree, which is an added rule or mechanic to this game, and talking about the cards, and you have some new components for it, how you set up, how you play, some frequently asked questions. And then they give, in the spirit of making this an abstract war game, they do give you some battles. There was, I think, 3 or so battles in War Chest. And here we have Battle of Bosworth Field, 1485. So you can play that, do that battle as well. Here are your new cards. So what these cards are going to be are these new Royal Decree cards, as well as, so there's your Royal Decree cards, as well as the new units. So you've got now a Bishop, an Earl, a Herald, a Bannerman, and a Royal Guard. I think this Royal Guard replaces the Royal Guard that came in the original set. So you'll have these, and then you'll also have corresponding units, which are kind of weighted poker chips. Very nice, very, you know, some heft to them. They feel good. It has that tactile feel that I feel adds to any abstract type game. You know, having a component, you know, like a chess piece or what have you, that really adds to the feel of the game. So there'll be corresponding chips or units for that, and then there's the cards for them. And as you can see here, you got their how they move or their tactic, and then any kind of special other abilities that they have here. And this is the number that you have, because this is a bag builder type game as well. And these are these Royal Decree cards, and so I think either opponent or side, if you're playing a team, can play on these, and you put your counter, these new counters here, on here to show that you've used it. But this is what it does. Like this one is sacrifice, attack with a friendly unit, then remove a coin from the friendly unit. So a coin is the units here, or those poker chips. So they're not like super powered, but they add something else that you can do, and they might fit into your tactics, you know, for that turn. So those are the Royal Decree cards. You've got these control. Well, there's the tokens or the counters, and they're, you know, good thick stock there for the Royal Decree cards. But then these are the new control things. Now in my version, I think I must have got like a 2nd edition war chest, because mine came with these hex versions. I think the original set of war chest came with smaller circled control counters, and this is where you mark control, like so it's in both colors of the faction, one faction, second faction. This is how you mark what you've taken control of on the board. I think they were like smaller and circular, and you couldn't even see what you can control because your unit would cover it up. But they added these, but I think I've got this set had those already, so this must be like a 2nd printing maybe. Query whether they fixed the Royal Guard in that set, in the 2nd edition. I'll have to check that out. So you get these nice little trays here that you know, can stay in the box, but I'll probably end up taking this tray, and there's enough room to put this tray in here, so that's probably what I'll do. And then if the 2nd expansion, if there's room to fill it in here, then I think I can put everything in the original box. So these are the units, or the coins, or what you want to call them, for that are played on the board. And so they all have the same color back, because you can play these not only on the board, but these are also used to do things. This is kind of your currency during the game to do certain things. And so you'll play, sometimes you might play these face down, and so everything has the same back. So there's your different units. You have so there's 4 of those. So let's take a look at that. Those are the bannermen. So there's 4 of those. You've got your bishop. There's 5 of these. Oh, a couple of them flipped over there. There's 5 of bishops. These are the heralds. There should be 5 of those. And as you can hear there, really nice, good quality components there. And, it kind of lends to the whole myth of the game, like this is a game that's been handed down, and, it's like, the Sun Tzu in a box type kind of a story. These are the game pieces that you'll play with. So, again, very abstract. But these are the, what are these? These are your earls. So the earls, I think, are a main, kind of like a battle piece, and the rest of these are more, I think, support type pieces. They kind of augment or do their special abilities or tactics, do things to help others, where this one, I think, is a straight up attack. So anyway, this is what you get in a box of Nobility, the Nobility Expansion. Love to know what you think about this game or this series, now that it's got at least 2 expansions, and there's a 3rd one that I know exists. Love to know what you think about this. What do you think about, Nobility, adding the new units? What do you think about War Chest? I mean, this one, other than that Royal Decree, this is really just adding more units. You're getting 4 more units with this. Again, I like it. I like the I like how it plays. It plays very quick. It feels like chess, but yet it's deep. It feels deeper in some respects in that how you do the tactics and what have you. It's asymmetrical, so that's a lot different. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Well, I hope I appreciate that. Drop a comment to let me know you stopped by. Hey, have a good one.
Thanks for watching.